Still waiting for the One UI 7 update on your Galaxy Foldable? Don't worry, there's good news. Samsung has restarted the update rollout, and this time it promises to be smoother and more reliable. When Samsung first began rolling out One UI 7, the Galaxy S24 series was the main focus. But not everything went according to plan. Due to some unexpected problems, Samsung had to pause the update for several devices. This included not only the Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, and S24 Ultra, but also the latest foldables like the Galaxy Z Fold 6, Galaxy Z Flip 6, and Fold SE. For a while, users who were eager to get Android 15 with the One UI 7 update were left in the dark. However, Samsung has now resumed the update rollout, and the latest version should be more stable than its previous attempt. As of now, the update is being rolled out in South Korea. If you own a Galaxy Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6, or Fold SE in that region, you can check for the update by going to Settings, selecting Software Update, and hitting Download and Install. This version should address the bugs and glitches that some users experienced earlier. But what about users outside of Korea? Don't worry, this update is expected to spread to other countries soon. Originally, Samsung planned to have One UI 7 available for all flagship models by April, but due to the delays, some users might have to wait until May. This includes people in other regions as well as those who received the earlier version of the update before it was paused. The rollout isn't just limited to foldables. Samsung also resumed the One UI 7 update for the Galaxy S24 series on April 17. Now that the foldables are back on track, it's clear that Samsung is making progress in getting its update schedule back to normal. Other devices, including the Galaxy S23 series, Galaxy Z Fold 5, and mid-range models like the Galaxy A55 and A56, are all expected to get One UI 7 in May. One UI 7 brings Android 15 along with a range of new features, visual improvements, and performance upgrades. Users can expect smoother animations, better battery life, and enhanced privacy options. For foldable phones, updates like this are particularly crucial. These devices feature unique, flexible screens, and any issues with the software can negatively affect the user experience. With this update, Samsung is focusing on providing a cleaner, more stable experience for foldable users. If you have a Galaxy Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6, or Fold SE, now is the time to check for the update. This newer version of One UI 7 should give you a much smoother experience, free from the issues that some users encountered earlier. Samsung is clearly taking extra precautions this time to ensure the update goes smoothly, so there's a good chance it will be worth the wait. If your phone hasn't received the update yet, don't worry, it's coming soon. While the delays might be frustrating, Samsung seems to be playing it safe this time, making sure everything is working properly before pushing the update to a wider audience. If you found this information helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. What if Apple's first foldable iPhone ends up shaking the entire smartphone market? That may sound bold, but recent reports suggest Apple is finally serious about foldables. And here's what's surprising. Samsung Display will be the only company supplying the OLED screens for this much-anticipated device. Apple had other options like LG Display and BOE from China, but they've reportedly gone all in with Samsung. Even though they compete in the smartphone world, Apple still leans on Samsung when it comes to high-end displays. This update lines up with what analyst Jeff Pugh mentioned earlier. Apple and Samsung had already reached an agreement. While Samsung continues to dominate the foldable phone market, they're also playing a crucial role in helping Apple create a strong competitor. So it's a strange mix of rivalry and partnership. Now let's talk about what the iPhone Fold might actually look like. A popular source from China known as Digital Chat Station shared some interesting details on Weibo. The main screen inside is said to be around 7.76 inches with a resolution of 1920 by 2713 pixels, which gives it a pixel density of 428 ppi. For comparison, the iPhone 16 Pro Max offers a sharper 460 ppi, but the difference might be hard to notice in everyday use. That's still a very crisp screen by any standard. When the phone is folded, the smaller outside screen will still pack a punch. It's expected to measure 5.4 inches and have a resolution of 1422 by 2088 pixels, matching the pixel density of the iPhone 13 mini. This should make the folded phone feel compact and easy to carry, while still giving users a solid display to check notifications, respond to messages, or even take photos. Speaking of cameras, the foldable iPhone could feature an under-display camera on the main screen, making video calls and selfies possible without a visible lens. On the outside screen, there'll likely be a hole punch camera instead. So depending on how you're using the phone, open or folded, you'll still be able to snap selfies or join video calls without any compromise. Apple is reportedly trying to fix one of the biggest problems with current foldable phones, The crease. You know, that line that forms right in the middle of the display after repeated use. Apple's goal is to reduce it as much as possible, maybe even eliminate it altogether. This could give the iPhone Fold a smoother and more durable display than anything else on the market. Now let's talk about the part that will make or break this phone for a lot of people, the price. Reports suggest the iPhone Fold could launch with a price tag close to 2,000 United States dollars. That would make it Apple's most expensive iPhone ever, beating even their Pro Max models. And yes, it's even pricier than Samsung's current foldables. So this is clearly going to be a high-end product aimed at users who want the newest and most advanced features. But here's where things get even more interesting. Even though Samsung is building the displays, Apple entering the foldable space could seriously affect Samsung's own phone sales. Samsung currently owns around 40% of the foldable smartphone market worldwide, but that share has been slipping lately, especially with more Chinese brands making foldables at lower prices. Now that Apple is preparing to launch its own foldable phone, Samsung may start feeling even more pressure. It's an odd situation when you think about it. On one side, Samsung helps Apple bring this product to life. On the other, they might lose customers to that very same product. That's the kind of competitive twist you don't see every day. All this tells us one thing: Apple isn't just testing a new idea. By choosing Samsung as their only display supplier and working on features like crease reduction and under-display cameras, they're clearly putting real effort into making this foldable phone a success. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this update helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tech updates. Can Apple finally get it right this time? That's the question people are starting to ask after new leaks about the iPhone 17 Pro started making the rounds. We're still months away from the launch, but early details are already making waves, especially around the design. And it looks like one of the most talked about complaints might finally be getting fixed. For the last few iPhone releases, the design on the back has been a bit of a letdown for many users. The black camera section paired with a different colored rear panel never really made sense to some people. It looked like two different phones mashed together. But this year, things might be different. Leaked images suggest that Apple is going for a more consistent and clean look, with the camera area blending in with the rest of the back panel. No more awkward color contrasts, just one solid color all the way through. And this isn't just based on some random leak. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, who's known for getting Apple news right more often than not, also said in his newsletter that the iPhone 17 Pro will drop the two-tone design. So if that odd design choice was something that stopped you from upgrading in the past, it looks like Apple has listened. Now let's talk about the camera setup. Apple isn't changing the triple lens layout, but they are tweaking how it's arranged. Instead of the current triangular style, lenses will now sit in a horizontal bar across the back of the phone. On one end, there's the LED flash, and just underneath that, the LiDAR scanner. That LiDAR sensor helps with depth and makes augmented reality features more accurate. When Apple first added 3 cameras to the iPhone 11 Pro, people weren't really sure about it. Some even called it strange or ugly. But once people actually saw the phone in person, those complaints faded. The same thing might happen again with the iPhone 17 Pro's horizontal layout. It might seem odd in pictures, but chances are it'll look better in real life, just like before. On the performance side, the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max will be powered by Apple's upcoming A19 Pro chip. This chip will be built using TSMC's third-generation 3nm process, also known as N3P. At one point, there were whispers that Apple would switch to a 2nm chip this year, but that didn't work out. The costs were too high and the supply was limited. So they've saved the 2nm chips for the iPhone 18, which will bring the A20 series chips next year. Still, the A19 Pro chip is no slouch. Even though it's not a huge leap like the 2nm chip would have been, it still brings performance improvements and better power efficiency compared to the previous generation. So if you care about speed and battery life, this new chip is going to deliver solid results. Another change that's getting attention is the possible introduction of a new model called the iPhone 17 Air. This version is expected to be thinner and lighter, replacing a Plus model in the lineup. Apple seems to be focusing more on sleek and modern looks this time around, not just in the Pro models, but across all versions. If you've seen some of the early prototype leaks and were worried about the rear design or the color mismatch, it's probably safe to say that Apple is working to clean things up. They usually fine-tune everything before the final release, so what we're seeing now might not be the full picture yet. With all these updates, the iPhone 17 series is shaping up to be more polished and better thought out. So the big question now is, are you thinking of upgrading this year? Or are you holding out for the iPhone 18 with the newer chips? Tell us what you're planning in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next update.